So I never really got a chance to react to any of Kevin Samuel's videos back when he was alive, because at that time I really wasn't doing YouTube videos like that. But I wanted to take some time out today to react to some of his most viral moments. I guess maybe you could say some of his more savage moments. At the time when Kevin Samuels was alive and people were constantly sharing his content, I was thinking much the same as like many other women. And I'm like, this dude is something else. I don't like this dude. I really didn't understand the full scope of what he was trying to do. Okay, I was only seeing like clips of him like dogging out women, and I thought that that was just who he was. But when I went back and actually watched his content, I started to understand more so what he was trying to communicate. I started to really see like the delusion of a lot of the women that were calling into his show. And it was like eye opening, you know, once I actually understood who he was and what he was trying to do. And what I also find interesting about Kevin Samuels is when he first started, he never went viral until he started talking to women. When he started addressing the delusion of women, is when he took off. Because before that, he was talking specifically to men. And I find it funny too that most of the guys who I think were sharing Kevin Samuel's content would not have agreed with any of the stuff that he used to talk about when he was addressing men. Like Kevin Samuels was not for the 50-50 relationships. He was telling men, you need to pay all the bills.
Yeah, I feel like beautiful women should be free. You think like you should be able to slide into somebody's DMs and chat her up and then have her come through and Netflix and chill?
The types of things that he was saying, a lot of guys that were sharing his content would not have agreed with. But I mean, if I could just be real, Kevin Samuels was the king of keeping it real. Straight shots, no chaser. Like this first clip that I'm gonna play for y'all, I've watched this so many times and I just crack up every single time I watch it. Like, girlfriend is living on another planet.
I supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
Um, a 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. And this is nothing against this woman and her appearance, but y'all, I'm not a big woman at all, okay? I don't even wear a medium, okay? I normally would wear a large just because I don't really like really tight fit clothes. I I'm probably like around a size 8. I can't imagine that she is only one size bigger than me. Okay. Now I know we're all women are shaped differently and we carry our weight in different areas and in different ways, but I'm just saying, I think that when he was addressing the size thing, I think she knew that that was going to be a problem, which is the reason why she answered like that, straight up lied.
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you
This
rank
is
your
my
looks?
natural face.
What? Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, a dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
Average. I would agree. So, see, the problem here, y'all, this is what I really think. I think a lot of women, when they're saying this stuff, I really think that they have this image in their head of what their life is supposed to look like with a man, where she is like where the woman, she's the prize and she has this high value man, and that's just supposed to be the dynamic of every woman's life. And I really think that all of that is based off of a social media fantasy that is not real. Most of these women who are saying, oh, well, why should I settle for an average type dude? Most of these women have never even been with a guy who is above average, quote unquote. I cannot imagine that this woman or most of the women that have called into the show have ever even been with a guy who makes more than, who makes money into the six figures, seven figures. And that's not even just based on looks. That's also based on just how they carry themselves, how you dress, the way you talk. Like you're not really feminine. You're not really giving that soft energy. I highly doubt that this woman has ever dated a man who is quote unquote above average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should
And
get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
When she's saying that she's seen millionaires with average women, I don't really know what the rating scale is for being an average woman versus being below average versus being above average. And to be honest with y'all, I don't really like the number scale. It depends on who's looking at you. Now, what I will say is that I have seen men because I used to work in custom built interiors. So I would always work with people with couples, especially who had a lot of money, because it was a high ticket service. So what I will say is that I have seen a lot of men who are high, I guess you could say high value as far as financially. Their wives were not necessarily supermodel looking. So maybe that's what she means by that. Like they're not necessarily look like supermodels, but I think that those women maybe had there was other qualities that those women had, that went beyond just the physical appearance, and they probably met their husband before he became a millionaire.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and two other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
Ain't
that
nothing
makes
wrong with it. Wait.
No,
Ain't
you
nothing-
said so I should just
ain't
settle.
nothing
No, you said that.
wrong.
Listen. You said so I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. Huh? I mean, nothing
Why
wrong with it.
why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
You ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for no money.
No. You're
Average
six.
women
You're five.
date
You're five. You said you're six, ma'am. You said you're six. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant.
I mean, let's just be real, y'all. She's calling into the show. Kevin Samuels is a image consultant. You know how savage he is. You know how he talks. You know he's going to give it to you straight. She didn't exactly show up to the show looking her best. Let's just be real. He really legit said, you ain't fine enough for no money. See, now that's the type of stuff. That's the reason why people didn't like Kevin Samuels. See, women don't want to hear nothing like that. No woman wants to hear that she's not fine enough, especially that she's not fine enough for the man that she really wants, for that lifestyle that she want. Women don't want to hear that. He said you get second shift at the plant. Now this next one went like super mega viral.
Why would anybody want to deal with?
Let's see. I'm intelligent. I'm motivated. I have my own business. I maintain my own lifestyle. I'm not understanding the full scope of your question.
Well, see, that's the problem now, ain't it? You just described yourself as a man. See, you got to understand what the men want. And nothing you said in there was anywhere close to being feminine, beautiful, inspirational, caring, loving. The way you're talking almost sounds like a dude. Better go back to your husband. That's all you got. Especially in New York. What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. No. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
180.
Goodbye.
Now that was savage. Not even gonna lie. That was savage. But here's the thing. A lot of women, I think, do not seem to understand men don't value the same things that we value. Like ladies, we got to get this in our heads. Men do not see value in the same things that we see value in. What did he just say? She didn't mention nothing about being fit, being feminine, being like pleasant. None of the stuff that men say that they want. She did not mention not one of those things. She's talking about her credentials, her education, her money, and her whole energy doesn't sound pleasant at all, which is what a man will want, especially a man who has a lot of options and a lot of choices. He's not going to pick you. He's not going to pick the hardcore masculine. I got money and I got degrees. He's not. That's not the type of woman that these guys are looking for. High value man is not looking for your degrees and your money. He doesn't need that part from you. How many times do they have to say the same thing over and over and over again for you to get that through your head? See, the issue is that a lot of women, the way that women think is you want men to want the things that you feel like you have control over. You feel like you have control over your money and your degrees, but you don't have any control over how you look. Now, to an extent, you have a control over how, how fit or in shape you are. But for the most part, you can't really control how you look. A lot of your personality traits are things that you can't even really control. So I think a lot of women want men to desire and want the things that they have that they can control. And unfortunately, it just don't work like that. All right, let's check out the next one.
Master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9",
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
I'm sorry.
How much do you weigh?
Who, me?
Mhm.
I weigh 200.
Okay, so all right, let me let you get your big ass up off my show because
Okay.
I don't do this.
See, once again, Savage. That's the reason why women did not like him, because these types of clips are the ones that were being shared. And of course, women are emotional. And so, especially when it comes to our appearance, women are emotional. So when you knock on a woman for her weight or any type of her appearance and different things that she has no control over, oh, you gonna have problems. So once again, we have this money and degree thing. So many women really think that men care about their money and their degrees. None of them are saying that they want a long-term relationship, specifically when a woman who makes a certain amount of money and who has a certain type of degree. I have not yet seen not one man say that that's what he's looking for. This next one, y'all, it's just straight up hilarious.
5'9.5".
And how much do you weigh?
Why does it matter how tall I am?
Oh, I asked her how much do you weigh?
No, I'm not.
How much do you weigh? How much? No, but if you called into a size show, ma'am, every other caller could devolve that.
Let me back
You
up.
want-
Let me back up a little bit.
How much do you weigh?
Can I back up a little bit? 'Cause
After you answer,
this,
yeah, you can back up. Beep, beep, beep. How much do you weigh?
this is the reason why I called.
How much do you weigh?
I'm not.
How much
I'm
do
not-
you weigh?
Okay, you're not letting me speak.
There you go. How much do you weigh?
I'm not gonna tell you how much.
I don't really understand why you would call into his show and think that you wouldn't have to answer that question. He is an image consultant. Of course, he asked everybody how tall are you? How much do you weigh? He asked that to the guys that call into his show too. The reason why you don't want to answer the question is because you know that that's an important factor, but because your truth answer to that question is not going to make you look good, so you would prefer to brush it off. It's just crazy to me. Like almost every single woman that called into his show, at least from the videos that I've seen, all of them want men who make more than $100,000 a year. And the average man is probably making between 40 and 50. Truth be told. So why is it that the guy making $40,000, $50,000 a year is not good enough? Why do you feel like that is settling per se? Money, you can always make more money. Okay. So I feel like most of the women who are married currently to millionaires were with him before he made the $1 million. 9 times out of 10, it seems like they had met each other prior to him having that much money. I really just think women need to get off of social media, get off of the pages of these reality TV stars who are living this fake lifestyle, who are, supposedly they're all only dating multimillionaires. And That's not going to be every woman's life. And because there's not enough men in that tax bracket for every single woman to get a man for herself that makes six figures, seven figures. But the thing is, I think a lot of his points were missed and overlooked, especially by women because of his delivery. So it wasn't necessarily well, partially it was the fact that he was telling women stuff that they didn't want to hear, even though it was the truth. But the bulk of the reason why a lot of women just could not stand him was because of his delivery. But the truth be told is, y'all, nothing that he said was wrong. Whether if you liked him, you hated him, you loved him, he wasn't saying anything wrong. He just maybe the way that he said it was a little messed up. Maybe he did focus a little bit too much on just physical appearance and not necessarily character, but it just is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this and leave a comment below. Make sure you like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys next time.